Welcome to my channel Living Librarian. I'm your host Dave. I'll be sharing knowledge about consciousness, spirituality, and life. Stay tuned.
Why do these situations or villains come into my life? And how to deal with it? By Dev Kumar. Podcast. You live in a world where you interact with people daily. It can be your family, friends, colleagues, or strangers, and situations arise where you feel your boss or colleagues are selfish and more demanding. There is a misunderstanding with some of your friends. Unable to deal with your spouse or parents, in-laws. An unknown stranger is trying to control you, etc. In these situations, you naturally tend to view yourself as being right, and they are wrong, without realizing the actual reason why such situations or people come into your life. Let's take a group of friends. Each of them has unique characteristics, but they were able to blend easily during the early stages of their friendship. They used to have parties in each other's houses, enjoy one another's company, and have fun. As time passed by, a misunderstanding started forming between them. They started finding faults within each other. One of them began dominating the others, while some started splitting the group, making a subgroup. It became a social mess, and they eventually stopped talking to each other. Why do these situations or villains come into your life? No situation or person comes into your life without your consent. Whether that agreement was made before you were born or after you were born, it's free will and the choices that you have made. They tend to teach something that lacks within you and helps to bring something forward so that you can work on it and become who you are. Although, as humans, we always tend to think from a perspective that benefits or protects us. You will find that you blindfold yourself from understanding their perspective and perceive them as your villain by bearing grudges, judging, cursing, hating, or hiding from them. How do you deal with such a situation or person in your life? Then why blame the other person when he or she is also part of your expression? 3. Everybody is playing the role you asked them to play. You wanted them to play the role of the villain before you were born. You asked them to disempower you to such an extent that you would have to go within to find the power that you have and raise from that, acquiring wisdom from that experience. It is part of the agreement that you made at the soul level in the spiritual plane. It is similar to a movie. You enjoy watching it and appreciate it. Everybody is playing their role in it. If one of the characters is a villain, you are not going to hate them just because they acted as that character. When you see them in real life, you appreciate that they played their role because you know it's only a movie. Everybody is only playing their roles, and it's up to you to identify those misalignments, work on it, and raise from them. 4. Reacting to a situation or person is dependent on whether you act from your true self or are you acting from your ego. The outcome will likely be unpleasant if it's from your ego. So, make sure you are acting from your true self based on who you are. In practicality, with regard to the friend's example that we discussed before, if you are having a heated conversation with one of your friends, then first identify whether you acted from your true self or from your ego. 1. If you acted from ego, then identify what is in you that you need to learn from this friend. For example, maybe you were jealous, you wanted their attention, or you wanted to lead and control the group. Once you have identified it, then work on it and release it. There is no point in having a grudge or judgment when you know that person is just trying to show you what you need to work on. They are there as an outer reflection of your inner world. 2. If you acted from your true self, then try to help your friend to understand who they really are and show them where the misalignment is. It's up to them to take your guidance or still act from ego. Since we live in a free will world, everybody has to make their own choices. You cannot interfere with their decisions. If they understand and align with their true self, then all is well and good. If not, you did your part in helping them. Always act from your true self with them, even though they are coming from their ego. In the worst case scenario, release them with unconditional love, no judgment, and move on. This situation has helped you since you know that you have not misaligned and are still acting from your truth while vibrating at a higher frequency. 3. If both parties are acting from ego, then the situation would be worse. Both of them can follow the steps mentioned above if you acted from ego. Note, more details on this topic are available in the relationship chapter by Dev Kumar.